Hi guys, it's Jay again from My Abba's Wind. I'm here to do your New Year's reading for the sign of Aries for January 2024 for the next couple of months. I hope all has been well. Yes, I have been away for um, over a year. A lot of changes have happened, but I'm back to help you through this new year. If you like what I'm doing, please like the video. Definitely share the video. And if you'd like a private reading, you can, hit me up via Gmail at ayabaswind, WYND 999 at gmail.com. Of course, all that information is in the description below. Um, I have some really cool videos on my playlist to help you with meditation and just, get you connected to spirit, as well as some, information on how to contact me. Okay, just keep in mind this is a general reading, so some of the information may apply to you, all of it may apply to you, or none of it may apply, and that's quite all right. Okay, because I'm reading for hundreds, if not thousands, of people across the world. So just keep that in mind. So let's get started. The information could be applying to the recent past, what could be happening now, or in the near future, and it can take place over the next several days, several weeks, or several months. So let's get it. All right. So, Aries. I wanted to say that when the information came out for you, Spirit is talking about um, a certain group of Aries that lost a parent, a mother figure or a mother. Spirit is letting you know that the mother is here to let you know that you're receiving blessings, that she's giving blessings to you. Okay, um, as long as you are flying right and doing the right thing, you'll be okay. But the mother energy is coming up here. The maternal energy is showing up, especially for those people who lost their mother. Spirit is saying that the mother is here right now and she's letting you know that you have her blessings, all right? Spirit is saying, at this time, it's really important to be very careful, when you're doing stunts, when you're exercising, when you're trekking, the hills and the mountains and riding motorcycles and Vespers and Vespas, I'm sorry. Any kinds of things where you're riding horses, that kind of thing. Be very careful because injury can happen at this time, all right? Um, you know, I live in the city. It's really important that you just don't hitch a ride with people. It's very important that you know who is driving, you know, who they're associated with. Spirit is saying they want you to be very careful um, with just jumping in cars with people because that person could have bad luck with them. They can have a bad energy, dark spirits with them, and you can get in an accident as a result of their karma. Okay, so Spirit wants you to be very careful with that. This mother energy, again, there's another part of the collective where the mother is alive and Spirit is saying, like, the mother needs attention. Okay, you got to take care of the mother. You got to check in with your mother if you haven't done so already. um if some of you were contemplating on like getting a car, getting a vehicle, Spirit is saying now's the time to do that. Okay, now's the time to do it. um Spirit's talking about like your mouth, like your respiratory system, your mouth, your trachea, your lungs. Okay, there's a lot of viruses going around right now, things that we know about and things that we don't know about. um at least things that haven't been announced yet. Okay, and so Spirit is wanting you to like focus on these things. Like, is there something going on? Do you have RSV, bronchiolitis, bronchitis, COVID? There's something going on with the respiratory system. So Spirit wants you to monitor that. I'm not a doctor. I can't diagnose. Spirit definitely wants you to go to the doctor every 3 to 6 months from the time of this reading just to make sure you're okay. Um, Your spirits keeps talking about like this exercising, working out, like, doing recreational activities. Because spirit is saying like you can get a broken bone, a fracture, um, twisting something, okay? And spirit's like, just be be careful, okay? Um, this time of year, sometimes people suffer from seasonal affect where, the because it gets darker earlier, okay, and because it's cold, you know, this can have an effect on your mood. And spirit is saying like it can have an effect on your mood so much that it brings you so down that you may think about ending it. And spirit is saying that's not an option. So if you're clicking on this video and you were feeling like ending it, the message to you is don't do it. You got, look, there are other ways to deal with things. There's more than one way to deal with a situation, okay? I'm not minimizing what you're going through, but spirit is saying that taking your life at this time is not an option. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to put a 1-800 number in the description in case you are thinking about or you need support. And until you can, go into counseling if you're not already into counseling, and that's just for a certain part of the collective. But spirit is like, that's not an option for you, okay? You come into this world to do something. You got to figure out what it is if you don't know what it is, and you got to work through it, okay? Spirit is mentioning that there could be, if you have a child or there's a child around you, that child could be sick. So just make sure you're staying on top of that child, monitoring that child's health, okay? It could be a male child. I wanted to say he, but it could be a female child as well. You got a lot of people watching you. You got a lot of eyes on you. You would benefit from getting like so like mal de ojo, like a charm, eye, okay? An eye that is not your color. So if you have brown eyes, you want to get an eye that's either green, gray, or blue, okay? Say prayers for, set your intention. Any person that looks upon me negatively, may they receive all that energy back. Deflect it off of me and blow your breath on it and put it on you, okay? And clean it periodically spiritually. Um, Spirit is talking about um, this thing with the car. That's why they're saying, like, if you're thinking about getting a car, get a car. But when you're in that car, be careful of car accidents. But it's really more so you being in the car with other people who are driving and you don't have control of the wheel. It's something to do with their karma that can put you in an accident. So Spirit is saying be very careful of that. Spirit is talking about, like, if you were contemplating on having children, if you have the gift, you have the equipment, the machinery, the reproductive capability to have children, Spirit is saying that that is going to be good for you. That is going to bring blessings to you, okay? As long as it's not going to kill you, Spirit is saying that your ability to give birth is going to be a blessing for you. So Spirit is talking about that. Spirit is saying, like, you got to be careful in dealing with things of the street, okay? Some people can deal with things in the street, and I'm not talking about the physical street as you walk across the street. I'm talking about street light. I'm talking about hustling, gambling, drug dealing, things like to do with the nighttime, being an escort, stripping, being an exotic dancer, that kind of thing. That kind of life, you got to be very, very careful with. You got to be careful of the enticements of that, because for you may have friends that are in it, maybe doing it, and they're good, but Spirit is saying for you it's not going to be good, okay? There's something that could potentially happen. You know, if you're in the street and you're dealing with like weapons and things of that nature, spirit is saying that something could potentially happen. So it's really important for you to keep your eyes open and to be careful, right? If I have any smokers here, spirit is saying like you got to ease up on the smoking. It's going to have an effect on your respiratory system, okay? And spirit is wanting you to protect that. Um, and no excess. Don't do a bunch of extra drinking, smoking, popping pills. You know, this excess is not going to be good for you, because spirit is saying, the excess can be indicative of something else psychological or emotional that's going on with you. Okay, there could be something else that's happening. Spirit is saying you have the potential to be fanatical, okay, with things, going overboard with things, and spirit is trying to like combat, okay, so you don't swing too far. Um, Spirit is talking about you harmonizing yourself with nature, harmonizing yourself with people, okay, so that there's not so much static and resistance and tug of war um, between you and people, okay. um, you know, at this time, it's talking about again with motherhood or mothering. Males, people who came into this world and who were born as males, can have that maternal energy. Even though they're masculines, they can still have that maternal energy. Okay, so I'm referring to both men and women. Okay, spirit is saying that motherhood, um, fertility, things of that nature are, going to figure prominently for you for the next couple of months. Just keep in mind the walls have ears. People are listening to you. Be careful of who you're having a conversation with and where. Okay? And your level, your tone and everything, because information can travel. Okay? You can lose your wealth and your blessings, as a result of you, discussing your plans prematurely, okay? If you're planning to open up a shop, go away on vacation, go do that. Do that. Don't announce it to the world until the ink is dried on the contract, till you have the keys to the place, until you have arrived safely back from that vacation or that trip, okay? Because, there are people out there who do not wish well, okay? And so do not broadcast that until after the fact, if you really need to do that, okay? Keep in mind, like I said, these energies can take place over the next several days, several weeks, or several months. If you are interested in a private reading, you can definitely email me at ayabaswind, WYND 999 at gmail.com. Until next time, I will see you later. Ciao.